Hello, welcome Slashers, Navcrypt here, and welcome back to my channel. Now, for today's video, I'll be talking about the Chucky community, because, give you guys a little bit of a summary before I get into the video. I have noticed a lot of toxic behavior by some fans, plus, among other things I've noticed that I do want to talk about in this video, and I feel like I've just sat by long enough and I've watched a lot of this unfold before me. And these people that I'm going up against are not only like-minded people, but they're also really heavy in the cancel culture. And there's no really trying to talk to them, because no matter what you say, they'll try to shove words down your throat. Say, for example, they'll try to call you sexist or homophobic or racist if you disagree with them. And in this case, it's a lot of people calling other people homophobic that aren't homophobic. And there's a lot that we'll be getting into. And I know that I will probably get a hate mob for these people. They probably already left a dislike at this point, because they know that this video is about them. And to them, you know, dislike the video. I don't care. I want to talk about this. I'm sick of the community going down this route. I feel like there's too much toxicity in the community, and I simply won't stand for it anymore. So, yeah, guys, here's my video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys see where I'm coming from, and I hope I could help discourage this behavior in the Chucky community. Let's get into this video. So to start off this video, I'm going to be talking about The Quartering. If you guys do not know, he made a video titled Chucky Gets Woke, new show to focus on teen boys' love for another boy. And throughout this video, he's pretty much calling the Chucky TV show woke because it's including LGBTQ representation, and he sees the show as woke because of that. And do I think that Chucky TV show is woke? No, I do not. And here's why. So, Bride of Chucky, right? That's the first time that we ever actually saw a LGBTQ character. It was in Bride of Chucky. And the character's name was David, if you guys do not remember, and he got hit by a truck. Then on to Seed of Chucky, which has Gwen/Glenda. They did kind of like a gender identity kind of storyline for Gwen. And honestly, I don't really care for Gwen that much. I don't hate the character. And I think in any other movie, he would fit very well. But for me, as Chucky's son, personally, I just didn't really like the character, as he seems like he's going to be an evil child at the end of Bride of Chucky. And then we got Cursed Chucky, who we got Barb and the nanny, I forgot her name. But they have sort of a lesbian affair going on in that movie. And then on to Cult of Chucky, we got Nurse Carlos. But when you really think about this for a moment, Chucky isn't woke. But honestly, I think that he was ill-informed. He's not some kind of horror advocate like he acts like. He made like, what, 3 videos talking about horror is woke. And I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that he wants horror to be scary again. And that's the part why I want to be a filmmaker. I want to make scary horror movies. But honestly, how The Quartering says everything, it just doesn't come off right. And it does come off a bit like he just has a misunderstanding of the franchise of Chucky. He doesn't get why the characters are gay. All he understands is that he feels like the series is woke. And in all honesty, it really isn't. I just want to say all this real quick, because a lot of the drama that I've been going through throughout these few days is because of this fucking video. And me trying to stress these people that The Quartering is not homophobic, and that's a part of why this video is getting made. Because I've seen in the community, someone named ChuckyFever, who a lot of you guys may know, there's a lot on him. It's just a huge shit show, but ChuckyFever pretty much is calling The Quartering homophobic over on Twitter. In all honesty, is he homophobic? No. I understand what he's trying to say, but it does not come off right, and honestly, I don't think he should be talking on the behalf of horror movies. But I just want to say that real quick, and also stress that he's not homophobic like some people think. And it's just irritating how some people, well, it's just like a small group of people, just looked at his video and said, hey, this guy is homophobic, regardless of him not actually really saying anything homophobic. And yes, he shouldn't have made really a big deal on a gay teen love and everything like that. That shouldn't have really been made into a big deal. And to me, in general, them having that character in the show is not a big deal to me. It doesn't bother me at all. He did say one thing that I did agree with, and the thing that he did say was that the love should be secondary, and meaning that the story should be mainly focused on the stuff happening with Chucky, and Jake's romance story should be second, which I do understand that, and that doesn't mean he's homophobic. It just means that he wants to see more Chucky, and yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And as long as the writing is there and it's good for the love between Jake and his classmate, then, you know, I can't wait to see how they do it, and I just hope that there's enough Chucky, which it seems like there's going to be even more Chucky in a way, because we did see him a lot in the Chucky TV show trailer. Like, you see him talking a lot, and so I can only imagine how much more dialogue he will have in the Chucky TV series, which is why I think there's going to be a really good balance between everything with Jake and everything with Chucky. So, and then we'll be getting the main storyline about Chucky and his backstory and the revenge he wants to get. And so I think that, you know, I'm hopeful the series will have that balance there, because we, like I said, we did see Chucky a lot in the Chucky TV show trailers, so I'm sure that there's going to be way more scenes with him in the show. It does seem like he reveals himself a bit early on in the show, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I think the Core Ring really shouldn't be talking on behalf of horror or the Chucky franchise as a whole, because it just seems like he's really ill-informed, and he didn't even understand that the creator of Chucky is gay, and that's why there's so much LGBTQ representation in the movies, as well as this upcoming series. And so yes, I think he shouldn't have made that video. He should have honestly kept his mouth shut, because now he's talking about like Candyman and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think he's homophobic though, like what people are saying. I see what he's trying to say, but I could tell he's not homophobic, and I just hate that some of these people are just throwing that around. Like be careful what you say online. Like, that's why I don't like Twitter. Like, these toxic fans, which are the ones calling the Core Ring homophobic, should not have internet access at all. And you know what? Speaking of which, let's talk about those fans. So, the ClassicChucky fans. I didn't want to have to do this, but a point has to be drawn when one of you idiots decided to call me homophobic. And I'm not homophobic. All of you guys who know me, who are fans of me, know that I'm not homophobic, and I have nothing but love and support for the LGBTQ community. So, this right here, it's just straight up slander, and you guys are absolutely toxic. So, I'm going to show you guys everything that they've said towards me, and none of it's really nice, because they're always trying to pull people down, and it's just absolutely fucked up. And I want this behavior out of the Chucky community. And the only place I actually ever notice it is on Twitter, because, you know, Twitter has a bunch of stupid cancel culture crap on there. I hate Twitter. This is exactly why. One time, I tried to defend a YouTuber because I felt like it was stupid that he's being canceled because of, you know, racist gag they did in a video, and someone called me a self-hating black person. So you can already see how I cannot stand this behavior. I cannot stand cancel culture, and this falls under that same category. And it's bullshit. And I even replied to that person and said, you guys are absolutely childish and ridiculous. I'm not homophobic, you imbeciles. I'm showing this tweet 'cause I was telling them that, because they already knew I was working on the video, so I pretty much said, yeah, I'm showing this tweet, plus everything else you guys have said, and I'm showing the vile role-playing stuff ChuckyFever has done in my rant video. And yes, there is some stuff on that, and it's very damning, and I'm gonna talk about that later, so stay tuned for that. But this person goes on to say, my interactions with you and defending your bigoted and plain weird friends say otherwise. My friends are not bigots, and they're not weird. Like, I don't know why these people are trying to paint such a negative picture. This is some dangerous shit that they're doing, trying to paint people in a negative light. This is not okay. And they're doing it towards the quartering. A lot of this stuff started because of the quartering, and they're just on a roll on Twitter. It's like all they do is just sit at home all day, you know, curled up in their little blanket, and just, you know, that's all they do. That's all they do. It's like they don't have anything better to do than go after people on Twitter. It's ridiculous. It's like, do something with your life. Why are you on Twitter harassing people? That's not okay. And honestly, I've had it. I won't stand for it. I've sat by long enough just watching this stuff happen, and enough's enough. I'm gonna go on and show more because there's a lot to show. But to go on, let's talk about ChuckyFever now, because he's a lot of the reason why this is going on, and he's like the fire starter of the whole thing. So let's just take a look at some screenshots. It's a cute dog, right? It's an adorable dog. Well, look at what ChuckyFever has to say about it. Homophobe. Man, it's just a dog, man. It's trying to live its life. Like, you're just gonna sit there and call an innocent dog a homophobe? You're fucked up. But on a serious note, he is trying to call the quartering a homophobe. But a random dog picture that has the caption mourning. That's just a little childish, don't you think? And the dude's an adult. Like, the dude's a grown man. And I'm gonna get into that later, because ChuckyFever, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed himself. But he also says that poor dog, like, dude, like, are you serious? Like, I'm sure he doesn't abuse his dogs. Why are you saying that poor dog? Man, these toxic Chucky fans, man. And then he goes on to say to the quartering, which all the quartering said was, what's on everyone's mind for videos today? ChuckyFever said, how about deleting your channel? Cause all you do is spread constant lies. You're no fan of horror. All you do is bitch about hating all of the modern horror movies. Cause it's adjusting to the times. Stay pressed. That's like the most cancel culturist thing that I've read so far. Like, if you don't like the quartering, why are you on his Twitter account? Stop. This is literally harassment and bullying, and I'm sure he doesn't care because he has a big enough platform to where he definitely doesn't. But if you don't like the quartering, then you don't have to say anything to him at all. You don't have to watch his videos, you don't have to comment on his Twitter or Instagram, just leave him alone. Because this just is not okay, and it's acting irrational, and it's acting childish. If you didn't like the quartering's video on Chucky getting woke, the most to do is to really just say, I didn't agree with the video. And that's that. That's the mature thing to do. But no, you had to go on and run your mouth on Twitter. This is why I fucking hate Twitter. Shit like this is why I hate Twitter. But we're not through with talking about ChuckyFever, because there's more. So there's this post that ChuckyFever posted that says, why can't homophobes just shut the fuck up, like for real? It ain't that difficult. Stay in school, teeny bopper, booper. I don't know. I don't really care. I've never heard anyone ever say that. But with how he responded, this person must have said something really horrible, right? Something just overly offensive. Something just absolutely homophobic. What did this person say? All this person said was no. Oh yeah, you're pretty homophobic, right? No. No. So ChuckyFever on his ClassicChucky account goes on to say, good thing it ain't up to you, asshole. All the person said was, psh. So I guess ChuckyFever didn't like that at all. So he goes on to say, nasty homophobe, goodbye, you have lots to learn. Again, a grown man acting this way. He said way more than the person saying no. He could have been saying no because, he said something about a new trailer coming out, and he could have been saying no to that. Or he just simply doesn't support the TV show, and it just really boggles my mind how to these people, if you have any sort of opinion to where you aren't excited for the show and think it will suck, these people are gonna get mad about it, and they're gonna call you homophobic even though you're not. And it's like, grow up. Fucking grow up. ChuckyFever yet again pissed, and I'm not sure if this came before or after that last one, but he literally says in this post, it's the way all these homophobes are pissed off because the TV series doesn't have a woman or young straight child again. Shaking my damn head. Let's take a look at what these people said though. Let's see how homophobic the things are that these people said. One person just said, I just want it to be about Chucky. And then someone said, well, big surprise, gotta make it political, awesome. And yeah, like I said, people don't want their movies to be political. I feel the same way. I don't like politics. I don't like to discuss politics. And yeah, people don't want the show to be political or have social commentary. And then someone even wanted to say unpopular opinion, but I really don't think a character's sexuality should matter in a series about a killer at all. And the person's not being homophobic here. He's not saying anything homophobic. He just doesn't agree with the decision. I will say it again. I don't care that there's gay characters in the series. I don't care at all. And this is pretty crazy to me because these people go after these random fans that just are trying to state how they feel about the show. All this person said was, oh look, shit. And then ChuckyFever went on to say, oh look, a fake Chucky fan. It's just fucking toxic and childish. And it says, I don't see why a gay one matters that different from a straight one. And yes, you're right, it does not matter. Those comments I just got done showing were not homophobic, but these comments are. I want to fully acknowledge that there is some homophobia in the Chucky community, just not the homophobia that ChuckyFever is mainly calling out. But here are a few examples of actual homophobia in the Chucky community. A user on Instagram by the name of Straw Baby Jelly, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced. She says, this is disgusting. Chucky isn't gay. Y'all be killing everything, I swear. I don't know what post this comes from, but this is one of the ones that ChuckyFever did call out. And this one I actually do agree with. However, I think it's just better to just remove the comments and just ignore them. You're honestly just better off forgetting about them. But let's move on to the next comment. This user by the name of Redicott1 says, what the fuck, Chucky is no homo, with a crying emoji and 4 shit emojis. Another prime example of toxicity that I don't agree with at all. This shit does not fly. And like the other stuff that ChuckyFever likes to call out that he claims is homophobic, which doesn't come off as it at all, this is another example of something actually homophobic they did call out. And this right here, I don't agree with it at all, and I don't condone it. And some Chucky fans, not a lot because I don't see it often, but some Chucky fans do say shit like this and worse. So yes, this is not condonable at all. This poster by the name of Ethan said, bro just ruined Chucky with one post, and it looks like it's a Pride Month post. Now this is a prime example of someone who doesn't understand the origins of the franchise, and they don't understand that Dominic is gay, and that's why there's so much pride stuff regarding to Chucky. And this is another one of those examples that cannot be condoned at all, and it should not be allowed. So yeah, even though some of the shit that ChuckyFever does call out is just him using homophobia as a reason to attack people, this, as well as the other pictures, are prime examples of times when people were actually saying homophobic things and shouldn't have said those things. And I forgot to bring this up earlier, but this was a reply to that dog tweet that I talked about earlier where ChuckyFever was calling the courting a homophobe and harassing him. I said this kind of behavior is why I'm making that video. All he did was post his dog. Gwen, which is son of Chucky, goes on to say, can't wait to debunk it when it comes out. All I said was challenge accepted. Like, you haven't even seen the video. And you're already mindset on, oh, I'm gonna debunk everything he says. Sure. You're like one person on 3 accounts. Like, get out of here. Someone told me that this person, this son of Chucky person, is one person. He's using 3 different accounts to argue with me. I'm not even making this up. Like, this person literally messaged me about this stuff. Get real, dude. Like, what's going on with your life? Like, do you need to, like, talk to someone? Why are you harassing someone on 3 different accounts? I know the person is this account, and he is also a ghetto doll. And he also goes by a handle by the name of Puntrag. Like, come on, dude. Oh, and speaking of the account named a ghetto doll, this person, I made a post about how I'm done with the toxic Chucky fans. This person reposted my story on Twitter, and here's what he said. Reminder, these words are coming from the same guy defending the Quarterings video on Chucky and defending a homophobe named Keegan who was bashed. DM me for more details. Keegan, who goes by Mr. Penny on Twitter, is not homophobic at all. And so annoyed, but you shouldn't be throwing this word around like this. You're throwing it around like it's a cuss word. Don't do that. One of my fans messaged me because this piece of garbage. Literally messaged me asking if I'm homophobic. I had to explain that I'm not. All because this idiot came on here saying this shit. It's like, keep your mouth shut, dude. Delete your fucking Twitter. Go out into the real world. Experience life. Stop harassing me. Stop being childish. Grow up. I'm not sure how old a ghetto doll is, but, like, dude, grow up. And then this person goes on to retweet my response to him posting my story on his Twitter. I literally said, are you fucking kidding me? I already posted my Instagram story on here. Thanks for giving me more to include in my video, I suppose, because all this is literally being screenshotted as everything's going on. And he says, silence homophobe apologist voices. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what the I just literally said, you just make yourself look worse. Keep it up. Because, I mean, this person doesn't, like, he doesn't listen to reason at all. And then in response to that, he said, the Chucky community disagrees. And then the dude says, not gonna lie, dude, some of your comments are questionable. This is literally, like, the same dude on 2 different accounts. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? And then he goes on to say in another tweet, you said that after realizing you fucked up and still sent it. Are you not embarrassed? I said, I'm not embarrassed at all. But you guys should be the ones embarrassed, not giving any names. But you guys and your behavior is why some Chucky fans are leaving the community. And that's total facts. I've gotten messages of people, I've even talked to people that have left the community because of this. Because of this, what's going on? Because of this behavior. I get that every single community has, like, some kind of toxic side to it. It has some kind of toxicity in it. But not like the Chucky community. This is a whole new breed. You think that the FNAF community is toxic? No, you have not met these fans. But to go on, I say, the toxic vibes you guys give off is unbearable for a lot of the community. I'm just saying. You know, he pretty much quoted what I said, like, he feels like it matters. And he says, you're precious Keegan, who resorted to saying that's why I prefer Pennywise after getting called out for his behavior doesn't represent Chucky fans. Most of the fans are actually happy with the LGBTQ inclusion, which I'm not even talking about the LGBTQ inclusion. I'm not talking about how people have an issue with that. I'm talking about the toxicity in the community. And I'm not talking about Keegan. So that pissed me off. It said, your fans just starting to sound worse and worse. And no, they're not. You are the problem, and you need to leave the community. All of you. This behavior is not okay. I get that your heart is in the right place and you don't agree with homophobia. I don't agree with it either. It's disgusting. But this is not the way to handle it. Calling people homophobic that aren't even homophobic is not the way to go about it. There are mature ways of dealing with it, and you guys aren't mature. You're honestly just a bunch of children on Twitter. I'm going all over the place because there's a lot of screenshots, and not all of them are connected to each other because there's just so much, conversations going on that I couldn't redraw all of them. Because these people, all they do is just tweet, and I would be like away from my phone or away from my computer, and they'd still be messaging me. This person, this poofball Tina, goes on to say, "Why do you think homophobia should be regarded as a valid opinion? It's very questionable to me." And I never fucking said that. So I had to go on and never said that. Stop reaching me, idiot. And they are idiots. And I have to go on to say you guys must be trolling because there's no way a logical and rational person actually behaves this way. And that's how I feel, but no. Unfortunately, that's not the case at all. These people are as real as they get. And you know what, speaking of poofball Tina, let's take a look at her profile. This person absolutely fucking snarky. And you can see right there, down there, that she retweeted a Ghetto Dolls post about my story. As like these people are all like together. And she only has 2 followers. Literally, her bio is, "Who the fuck wants smoke?" So seeing this bio, I could just assume the mentality of these people. So they sit around Twitter, right? And they just wait for anything just remotely against a TV show. And they'll just go after those people. And a lot of the times that I've seen, these people aren't actually doing anything wrong. They're stating an opinion. And these people, they want to call out these opinions. There's nothing wrong with them. They just think that it's okay to go around doing this. And overall, the bio just screams toxic. The person's absolutely toxic. And you could tell that the only reason she has a Twitter is to argue with people all day. This shit is why people want to leave the community. I've thought about leaving myself because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't want to leave the community because I love making content for you all. And I know you all aren't like this at all. Like, I met some genuinely awesome people in the Chucky community. That's where I got a lot of my friends, was from this community. And then there's this part of the community. And when I really started to notice these people was in like 2020, 2021. And I just started to notice them more and more. And at this point, I've just had it. So I'm at the last part of this rant. And it's about ChuckyFever. This is really serious, so listen up, guys. So, ChuckyFever. I wanna really know what's going on here. And I'm sure you won't really be able to tell me because you blocked me on Twitter and Instagram. But I want to know something straight up. What is all this all about? And you guys won't really know what it is until I add context. And so I'm going to do that right now. So this person posted to Twitter, "Hi guys, this writer is 21 plus adult man shipping with the 15-year-old. They have a huge following, so I just wanted you guys to know." What the fuck? What is this? I'm gonna get more into it, but like, ChuckyFever all along has been a 21 plus year old man, and he's not only been causing a lot of problems in the community, like the toxicity, but he's also like doing some weird role-playing shit. I'm gonna show all that right now. In this tweet that this person is quoting, he says, "Descriptive and lit, not new to writing Tiffany, ships only with Charles Z. Ray, aka Chucky." And I'm gonna show some DMs with the girl that pretends to be Chucky. I'm not gonna show her name though, because she is 15 years old. And to be fair, I don't want her out there like that, so I'm not gonna be showing her name. This person even says, "I'm guessing you're a male," and he even says, "I'm guessing you're correct," and I guess the handle is Her Bloody Nails. And the girl in this screenshot even says, "I'm enjoying this roleplay." Here's what the roleplay even says. Grabs her alcoholic beverage from the fridge, grabbing a glass from within her cabinet, shutting it. The blonde poured it into the glass, downing it. Well, sweet face, those boys in Hackensack are assholes. Deal with it, especially those fuckheads of the mayor's family. You know, Chucky says, whatever, drink away. It ain't gonna reverse anything. No matter what, you're still stuck with me. Deal with it, asshole. He angrily sits down as well, still tapping his red sneakers. It's not like I ever asked my own mother to die. The ginger drifts off in his own thoughts. And then she goes on to say, me and ChuckyFever just being Chucky and Tiffany. She's playing Chucky and he's playing Tiffany. Now, I'm not one to make accusations, but this just rubs me off the wrong way. So, ChuckyFever, we now know that he's 21 plus, and he also is, I believe, a gay male, and that doesn't make this okay, though. She even goes on to say later on, just want to let you know something. I thank you for the support on the situation. Please don't tell anyone. It's ChuckyFever's account. If you say he owned the Tiffany account, he will lose all of his popularity, so please don't leak it. Don't mention his user or his name. It will get him in trouble, please. And, well, I guess it's out there now, because that's just not okay. Like, I don't care who he is. Like, that's not acceptable. Like, doing that, is that literally the same thing that got Pyrocynical in trouble? It's not okay. She goes on to say, you only said the roleplay account user. It's fine. Nothing was revealed. Be quiet about it, okay? Don't tell anyone it's ChuckyFever's account. A ghetto boy then goes on to say ChuckyFever's in the right, which he's fucking not. And I guess Walter Hobbs official, so I guess Walter Hobbs is an official user of Twitter now. But he goes on to say, he's in the right for role-playing two married characters with a 14-year-old girl. Look at what you're saying right now, dude. And I couldn't agree more. That's weird. And that's just not okay. ChuckyFever's friends try to justify him role-playing with a 15-year-old girl. Like, in this tweet, he literally asks, what's wrong with role-playing with the 15-year-old? And my response is, everything's wrong with that. Like, why are they trying to justify this? And then, in this next thing that they tweeted me, he literally said, shut the fuck up, you homophobia apologist. What does that even mean? If you guys could tell me what that means down in the comments, let me know. And then he goes on by saying, their point was Fever is disgusting for interacting with minors. Correction. He is disgusting for role-playing with a 15-year-old girl. I didn't say anything about just the fact that he's interacting with minors. It's okay for that, but if you're role-playing with them, then that's where I draw the line. And then he's pretty much trying to say that I'm weird for talking to my fans, because he said also which I pointed you did so. And in other tweets he's trying to say that, well, it's weird that you talk to your fans. Yeah, I talk to my fans. It's not the same as role-playing. And it says, what the hell is wrong with you for trying this hard to make Fever look like a creep? If you could talk to fans, so can Fever. What fans? I thought that he considered this girl a friend. I don't know if you could really call what he has fans. Then a ghetto doll goes on to tweet, reminder to not interact with this person, as they think role-playing is the same thing as pedophilia despite no NSFW content happening. How do we know that? He says that his account got suspended, but who say that it didn't get deleted? And then plus, that's not what I'm saying at all. You're just twisting my words around. And then he goes on to say, stop trying to use LGBTQ people to seem like predators, thanks. And that's not my intention at all. And that's where I mean, these people try to make you sound worse than you actually are by saying shit like this. And some people will blindly believe it because they don't have time to look into the second side of the story. And that's what really pisses me off in this situation. One of the many things that piss me off in this situation. And you know what? Let's transition a little bit. Let's talk about those Gale allegations. I'm not sure how many of you guys do this, but these are accusations that came out a while ago. They've been up since June, and I just think that now is a good time to bring it up because it's just really gross. And it's just nasty behavior, and I definitely want to bring this up because I've heard multiple different other stories about Gale. And so I just want to bring up all this stuff about him and just show you guys what's being said about him because it don't look good. If you have any personal stories about Ed Gale, let me know on Instagram, and I could always make a follow-up video to this and talk about those. Please excuse my hair. I took my braids out recently, so it's all over the place. But real quick, I wanted to just talk about this because this is really pissing me off. Look at this. So if you guys do not know, ChuckyFever, he is a pretty, I guess, well-known person in the Chucky community, and, well, he's really toxic. He is super toxic, and he calls a lot of people homophobes if they don't agree with them. I've been contacted about people just straight up attacking fans because they made fun of the way Chucky looks in the Chucky TV series trailer, and so this person is toxic. But here he's just pretty much acting all snarky, saying, "Oh, we're gonna go famous," because that rant video that I'm doing, it's about him, and so he's pretty much being all snarky about it, and pretty much saying that everything that's gonna be in my videos is lies. How the fuck does he know that? I haven't even released the video, so shut the fuck up. And he's talking about how he's standing up for homophobia, which I get that his heart's in the right place, but he's not doing it right. He's being super toxic. You'll see in my video that a lot of the reactions that he does in his tweets, it's just so uncalled for. And this is super fucking childish too, because he fucking blocked me. He had the audacity to first be like, "Please don't include me in the video," because he had an idea I was gonna include him, and then he turns around, blocks me, and does this. Grow up, dude. Fucking grow up. I've been contacted about you numerous fucking times, dude. People are telling me that, like, a lot of fans have told me that you're just super toxic, dude. Like, I don't even know what to say at this point, dude. I can't wait to release the video because there's stuff in the video about him role-playing with a 15-year-old. Like, I was sent that shit. Like, is that a lie? And you guys that know me and watch my videos know that I believe that homophobia is one of the most disgusting things out there, especially with racism. And this person's using, the fact that he's standing up against homophobia as a way to justify him attacking people. Like, a lot of the people that he's attacking, it's not justified, and you'll see, like, one person even, all he just said was no, and psh, like, those are the only things he said, and he goes on calling him a homophobe and stuff. And, like, it's just fucked up. Half of these people aren't homophobic, ChuckyFever. They just have an opinion, whether it be that they think that Chucky looks whack, and they think that the, overall the TV show just looks cheap, or they think that the writing's bad. It's not all about homophobia, so you could shut up, dude. And the end thing where you say, "Fuck off, Romeo," like, that's not fucking necessary, dude. Like, act mature. Aren't you, like, 21? Wait, you're, like, 22, actually, from what I've heard, so fucking grow up, dude. Like, this is childish. This is fucking childish. I don't even want to have to do this, but I feel like I'm pretty much locked in at this point, because you and your stupid fucking friends are acting like a fucking fool and are harassing me and overall just bullying people that don't agree with what you're saying. It's stupid. So I just want to come on here and rant about him because, honestly, man, ChuckyFever, I don't like the dude at all. After a lot of the stuff that I know about him now and all of the harassment that he's causing people because they think the show don't look good, he just assumes that these people are homophobic. They're fucking not. A lot of these people aren't homophobic at all. They just think that the show's be bad because they do not like Culture Chucky. I've been told this numerous times that they've lost faith for the franchise after Culture Chucky came out. That has nothing to do with homophobia, dude. So shut up. Like, stop talking. Like, you talk too much, dude. Delete your Twitter. I'm sick of this shit, dude. You and your fucking friends, dude. Like, You're just a bunch of degenerates, dude. Fucking grow up. Like, I'm done with this shit, dude. After I release that video, like, everyone will know what I'm talking about because, and not to mention, one of your stupid friends called me a homophobe. I'm not a fucking homophobe, so you better watch what you're saying. I'm overall done. I wanted to rant about this before I release that rant video because I'm irritated. I'm so irritated. ChuckyFever, I want you out of the fucking community. I want all of you like-minded people that agree with ChuckyFever, I want you out of the community. Because you guys are just making it toxic, and you've scared off a lot of fans. I'll tell you that much. I have gotten messages from people saying that they left the community because of you guys, or are thinking about leaving it because of you guys. No one likes the behavior that you're putting onto the community. You're making us look terrible. You're making us all look like a bunch of toxic idiots. Well, we're not. It's just you guys. And that's all I'm gonna say until this rant video comes out. Unless I have to say more. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this person completely anonymous because I don't want people trying to message them. But pretty much according to this person, from what they're telling me, ChuckyFever and his goons they're gonna try to take down my video on him when I released it on YouTube, which is not only, I'm pretty sure, against the terms of service to do something like that, but they're also trying to censor all the stuff that I have on them, all the toxicity. They're trying to make sure no one sees it, which, honestly, if that's the case, then they should delete all the shit that they've said towards me, all the fucked up shit they should remove. And plus, one of the people that is involved in all this keeps responding to what I'm saying on here over on Twitter, so they're just saying irrational stuff and trying to shove words down my throat, and it's kind of all they're really doing, and it's just the same thing over and over, so I just stopped replying at one point. And I'm not sure how true this next part is because I ain't getting any screenshots. I'll ask for them, and if I get them, I'll show them the video. But apparently, ChuckyFever also told someone to kill themselves because they made I guess a critical comment on the CGI on the doll or something like that. Which, if that's true, that's just fucking stupid. This just gets better and better. I actually can't believe all this. And the only people that seem to really agree with ChuckyFever and his friends are the people over Twitter. Because no one on here agrees with them. I've gotten so many messages of people disagreeing with ChuckyFever over here on Instagram. So, it's just the people on Twitter acting this way. So, we're at the end of the video. And before I end this off, I just want to address something. So, ChuckyFever recently made a post where I referred to a Jeff the Killer mask as retarded fish frog. And what I take from this is that ChuckyFever is only trying to post that just to get dirt on me before I release my video. Because he just went out of his way randomly to find that and post it to his Instagram. To me, that's just so scummy. And yes, I did say that. What are you going to do about it? Leave it in the past. I hate this fucking cancel culture shit. Why do people always gonna bring old shit up? I just find that so fucking stupid. And so you guys act like you're all so fucking perfect. No, everyone has flaws. I'll be one of the first to admit that I have a ton of flaws. I'm far from perfect. And you, ChuckyFever, you act like you're some high and mighty figure in the Chucky community. You're not fucking perfect either. So don't even pretend to be. You're a person like I'm a person, and we all make mistakes, and there's no denying that. I could barely even comprehend when someone says that I inspired them, that I'm the reason why they made their channel and why they make content. I could barely even comprehend that. I just see myself as a normal fucking person, an everyday fucking person. The most I say is thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And cause honestly, when people say that, most of the time I don't know what to say but that, because I just feel so honored and heartwarmed. And literally, YouTube is my escape. And that's what makes me happy. And the fact that these idiots are trying to run my name through the fucking mud, that's just ridiculous. They keep calling me homophobic and shit, and I'm not homophobic, and everyone knows that. It's just these people trying to make me look bad, and they're all friends of ChuckyFever, and he sits by and condones it because he's done it before. He not only fucking roleplayed with a 15-year-old, he's also used homophobia as an excuse to attack people that don't even agree with the show. My light just died. Regardless of if they're actually even saying anything offensive or not. And overall, he's caused me a lot of stress, and he's even went in my DMs. He first asked to be removed from the video because he knows what I have on him is super fucking bad, and he tries to go on and justify it. And then he goes on, makes a fucking post about me, he deletes it, and is trying to plead with me and apologize to me and say I'm on the verge of tears and I'm disabled, which to me rubs me off the wrong fucking way. Him trying to say that I'm disabled. Well, I'll tell you something, ChuckyFever. I'm fucking disabled. I have autism. You and your fucking friends have been attacking me, and do you think I'm using autism as a way to fight that off? No. I'm trying to deal with it because I'm sick of this. Don't try to excuse your actions. He's even trying to use the fact that I said the retarded fish frog thing in that one post because he's disabled. How do you think I fucking feel when people go around saying that autistic people are retarded? I don't fucking like it, but I'll go on Twitter fucking complaining about it. And the retarded fish frog thing is literally a reference to South Park, which you probably couldn't even sit through without fucking crying. And so no, I'm not gonna pander to cancel culture because it's stupid. I think cancel culture is the worst fucking thing out there. Literally the whole point behind cancel culture is calling people out for things they did in the past. And unless these people are going out there sexually harassing and sexually assaulting people, then it shouldn't matter. Everyone on the internet has at least said something offensive. So no, I'm not gonna apologize about it. The most I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, yes, I did say that. And in all honesty, if that post made you feel offended, then go message me. Talk to me about it. Instead, you gotta make it a big deal. And you know what? I'll go ahead and add that in theory, if I say something offensive, if it's directed towards someone in particular, then I'll apologize. Because as you can see, this person's just trying to assume that I'm directing it towards someone. I'm not directing that comment towards anyone but a Jeff the Killer mask. Due to this situation, man, I have lost all respect for ChuckyFever. A lot of my closest friends have seen my mental health deteriorate dealing with ChuckyFever and his stupid friends. And that's the reason why I'm posting this video. I feel like most of the harassment is just them trying to scare me out of posting it. But no, I'm not backing down. I put so much proof out on the table for you guys to look at. On him being such a degenerate, such a terrible person. And not to mention, some of his followers are saying stuff like they lost all faith in humanity because people offending people? What's that all about? To me, that just sounds like you don't know enough about the world to even say something like that. But that's the mentality of these fans. And they've just been sitting around calling me homophobic and trying to ruin my reputation. And I'm just sick of it. I'm done. I'm fucking done. That's all I wanted to say, though. I wanted to just talk about this and just put all this on the table for you guys and acknowledge the toxicity from different angles. And I hope that more people call out this toxic behavior. I'm at a breaking point, and yeah, that's all that I want to talk about in this video. If you enjoyed, stab the fuck out of that like button. Share this around if you think that more people should know about this behavior. Like the people trying to tell me to delete my channel because of ChuckyFever. The same people that are harassing me on Twitter are now going to harass me on my YouTube. I'm out of here, guys. Catch you all next video. Please share this around. I hope that you guys see where I'm coming from and understand that I'm not terrible like these people are trying to say. They're painting a false narrative and it's not cool. But catch you all next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, guys, to keep on swashing.